Welcome to Let Me Know How It Is, a podcast about all things geek. I'm Zach Slater.
I'm Frank Melman.
I'm Tommy Smithereens.
And I'm Clifton.
And we are talking Batman: The Death in the Family, the just announced DC animated showcase release coming out on Blu-ray October 13th. They just dropped the trailer. So what did you guys think?
I thought it looks great.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're revisiting my favorite animated series of all time, in my opinion.
Animated movie, right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Animated movie. But I just didn't expect to see it coming. When I thought they're putting it out, I thought they were going to do, I think, the Snyder version of, was it Death in the Family?
Ugh. I mean,
Death of the Family.
Yeah.
The Scott Snyder version. Okay, yeah. I went to Zack Snyder for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're talking, Tommy, about a revisit to Red Hood.
Yes.
Yes.
And they're doing it in such a spectacular way that I didn't think they would visit. I mean, who would have thought Bandersnatch would influence the DC animated movies?
Or that Kimmy Schmidt movie.
Yes, I was going to say, or the Kimmy Schmidt one.
Yes, because Kimmy Schmidt had that kind of a reach. I'm thinking Black Mirror.
Hey, they also did a Choose Your Own Adventure.
They did.
No, I did. I know. I saw it. I just the one that shattered my mind was the Bandersnatch one. That's
right, of course.
Yeah, so the DC animated movies did Under the Red Hood a couple of years back. That was directed by Brandon Vietti. And then they do these showcase is what they call them, where they do sort of shorts, like these 11-minute, 12-minute, sometimes a little bit longer, focusing on like Sergeant Rock or Phantom Stranger or something. And then they usually have a deluxe one. So that's what this one is going to be, Batman: Death in the Family. And I had heard at one point that Vietti was working on this, and that was the first I wonder if he's connecting it to like Under the Red Hood. And then sure enough, we get this trailer and it's like, it's a choose your own adventure thing.
So cool.
Yeah. No, I can't imagine what this was like to work on. I mean, Vietti wrote this as well. And I'm just curious about how, I want to see what this script looked like. I wish I could.
Well, I mean, I think it's cool that they're trying to recapture what it might have felt like back in early, 88? Was that what it was?
Yeah, I can't remember. With the 900 number and the call in to vote.
Yeah. Yes, with the original 900 numbers, trying to vote for whether or not to let Jason Todd live or die.
Right.
I think it's really cool that they're doing the Choose Your Own Adventure, and that basically gives you that feeling of, well, let's just see what happens if he doesn't make it.
Right. Yeah, it's a fun way to adapt the gimmick.
Yes, very much so.
With the
and
third
you can
option,
choose both.
Yeah, which they have a third option. So there's the Robin dies.
Right.
Which is weird because I guess it's just the movie. I guess it's just Under the Red Hood. I don't know.
Sure.
But it's also like Robin lives, but then there's another one that it's like Batman saves Robin, but the third option is like Robin cheats death. And so if you've seen the trailer, there's bits where he becomes, I guess, kind of a Hush quasi character, which is a little bit of a nod to the Hush storyline, which is the first instance of Jason Todd sort of coming back.
Right.
That I think inspired the real story of Jason Todd coming back. But there's he becomes Red Robin in a version, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all very cool. And I like that they made the animation style look as similar to they could as a movie that came out 10 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, the Death in the Family storyline was published in 1988 with the 900 number.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I agree with Zach. I like how they called back the original voices as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna have DiMaggio do another take of the Joker is gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be great. Yeah, the only one they didn't get was Jensen Ackles.
Jensen Ackles played whom?
He was Jason. He was older Jason.
Yeah.
In Under the Red Hood. So but they got the kid that played young Jason in sort of the opening and the flashback sequence Under the Red Hood. So it looks like he's doing him throughout the whole piece.
Okay.
In this one. And Bruce Greenwood is awesome as Batman, which I can't wait. But I think
was Under the Red Hood his first role in Batman?
Yes.
And then he kept doing it after, in Young Justice and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was, and then in Gotham by Gaslight, he was Batman also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, another good one.
I think it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna get Batman wishing Robin was dead, huh?
I don't think that's what this is.
Right. Oh, that's not what it is. Oh.
No. No, if you're unfamiliar with the original is basically written by Jim Starlin.
Okay.
I believe. And basically deals with the fact that Jason Todd is searching for his birth parents or his birth mom.
Yeah, his mom.
Yeah.
In the original story. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he gets some indication of where his birth mother is.
Right.
And they go to like Sarajevo or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, it's always been like it's a one scene story in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like it's known for that moment, I think, where Jason, gets beaten to death with a crowbar.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for Jason, it's one note, but it also from then on, the Joker's never like whenever people wanted to pick the Joker with shorthand, they basically show that crowbar.
They love showing that crowbar.
They do. They absolutely do. So,
but I'm interested to see sort of what they keep from the original and what they're sort of introducing new, what they're kind of pulling from other pieces. I think because it's a bizarre story looking back where like Joker gets a weird, diplomatic immunity to it. You know what I mean? It's
Well, the one thing that I couldn't help but think or make a connection to is that DC's also publishing their 3 Joker story around the same time that this was being released. So I can't help but think that one of the best or glaring examples of how truly evil the Joker can be is chronologized in video as well as in comic books.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that as well.
Yeah. But him and the crowbar, that picture.
Yes.
Yeah. What gets me too is that like in the trailer, you get like glimpses of Two-Face. Two-Face was not in the original movie.
Right.
And like, I'm just a sucker anytime Two-Face shows up because I think he's kind of criminally underused, even like in comics in general. But as far as like these animated movies goes, how many has he showed up in? 2?
Is it even 2?
Like he's in Dark Knight Returns and like he's in Gotham by Gaslight, which he doesn't become Two-Face, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember
66.
That. And the Batman 66
Batman.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, by Shatner. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good one. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not used that often for as like major villain as he is.
I'll be mad because this is only a showcase at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think that this is a longer one. So a couple years back they did the Captain Marvel Black Adam showcase, which was like 20 minutes. And and I've seen Brandon Vietti on Twitter when somebody asks like how long is it, and he's like, it depends like the track you take. So
the longer the normal showcase is like around 10.
Usually
average.
like in the 11-minute, 12-minute range. The Death one that they put out with
the Sandman character, Neil Gaiman,
Wonder Woman Bloodlines, I think that was longer. That was like 17 minutes or so. I think that was the longest of the non-deluxe ones that they did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see, are we getting 3 different shorts, or are we going to get the same like 10-minute intro into the diversion of the plot line?
Probably the same intro, and then it'll, depending on which path you take, it'll divulge into different things.
And then you turn to page 37 if you want him to die.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm curious if it's just that one spot where you get to choose, or if there's going to be other ones down the line.
Possibly.
That you could do. Possibly. I mean, it sounds like so much work. But
yes.
No, I think it's cool that they're experimenting with it and kind of and playing with it. I've heard some people say like it's gimmicky, but I don't think so.
So is what it's based on.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Right. It's not any more gimmicky than it ever was.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
100% what I said to all of them. I'm like the original story's gimmicky. Come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have seen Red Hood 1,000 times, so I have no problems rewatching this 1,000 times more.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I love Brandon Vietti as a writer. I'm curious as to like how they didn't get Judd Winnick for it. Like, 'cause Judd Winnick actually did the screenplay for the original, and he was adapting his own story from his run on Batman. And so I don't quite know what the story is there, but
Well, and thinking it through, Judd Winnick takes it after that point. That Red Hood is his own story, but this is not Red Hood we're getting. Mm-hmm. So I'm fine with Judd Winnick not doing the screenplay on this one, because really he takes the original story and makes it into his own, as opposed to this adapting the original story and ultimately changing it from that point forward, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point too. Yeah, I guess because he's not really involved with the death in the family aspect stuff. I mean, he is in the sense that like for his Red Hood narrative to make sense as a movie, you had to see death in the family in some form, and they just distill it down to like a teaser before the opening credits. We just see the moments leading up to Jason's death, which I think is a smart thing to include for sure. It wouldn't make any sense to just jump right into the story he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is it that you love so much about Under the Red Hood, though?
I just think it's a great adaptation. I think it for all the stuff that got derailed because of Infinite Crisis, I think they do a really good job making it, cohesive and has the ending. And then the tag piece at the end with Jason on his first day still gets me every time.
Yeah.
I was going to say the distinct violence. We get DC Universe Punisher.
True.
Yeah, some good fights in there.
Yeah.
Extremely good fights. The car scene where Batman jumps through the car. Jeez.
Yeah. Great stuff.
I like how small it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a movie with, God, 7 speaking parts in it. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like it's such a small personal story between like really these 3 characters with a couple of side, like Nightwing and Alfred and stuff like Amazo. for one part. I love that Amazo fight though.
I love how it pivots throughout the movie. Like the areas in which we get Nightwing is different than areas we get Joker in a way, than the areas that we get Gordon, and then the areas that it's just Batman and Jason. You know what I'm saying? It's just this when it changes acts or scenes, it doesn't feel disjointed. But clearly certain people are in certain acts while they're not, but it doesn't feel like they're missing. Like at no point do I feel like I wanted Nightwing towards the end of the story.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. Like I love that he's in there, and I love that we get to see him and we get to see him do cool stuff. But when he's essentially written out of the story, like I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it makes a certain sense, and it pares it down, like I said, to be to the important 3 people in that story.
Yep.
The only biggest gripe I have about the whole thing is its lack of female representation in that whole story.
Mm-hmm.
We only get one woman in it, and I think it's the people trying to kill Jason towards the end.
Yeah, it's like she's like Black Mask's like right hand, essentially, and she has maybe 4 lines I could think of,
if that much,
in that movie. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was like, it wasn't a thing where like Batgirl or Oracle wasn't really much into the story as far as I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
It is for sure. It is a male driven story. Absolutely. And there's not, and it doesn't look like that there's going to be any additional female characters added for this side of things. Like I would be really amazed if they even mentioned Jason's mom.
Yeah, probably not.
You never know.
Like you never know, but it seems like, I'm just curious, like if they could get it in that runtime.
Right.
Hopefully so.
And for that to not come up at all in Under the Red Hood, because like what happens with his mom in the story is, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
For that to not be a component mentioned at all, I think would be, I feel like that they would talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us your thoughts in the comments. Please remember to like us and follow us on social media. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you on the next one.